God apologizes to Toya Mochizuki for accidentally killing him with lightning and offers to resurrect him in the new world. Toya agrees on the condition that he can bring a smartphone that can still connect to Earth's internet and be recharged with magic. God also boosts Toya's stamina, reflexes, and memory skills. In the new world, Toya saves the twin sisters Elsa and Lindsay Silueska from several thumbs whom he easily defeats. Afterward, the trio form a party taking on paid quests, with the Silhouettes teaching Toya how to read the world's language and use magic. Unlike most magicians who can only use 1 or 2, and some like Lindsay who can use 3, Toya becomes capable of using every type of magic, making him immensely powerful. Later on, Toya arrives at a cafe where he helps the owner find a recipe to make some delicious ice cream. Toya and the Silueskas help a samurai named Yaoi Kokonoe fight off several thugs and invite her to join their party, whilst Toya continues to learn as many magic spells as he can, including null magic, which has a variety of uses. While heading to the royal capital to deliver a letter, the group were ambushed by some lizards summoned by a dark magician intending to attack a royal carriage. As the girls defeat the lizards along with the magician, Toya enters the royal carriage where he casts a null healing spell, saving a butler named Lime from his death. Lady Sushi Sue or Nia Ortland, who was also in the carriage, thanks Toya for saving Lime, and altogether the group head to the capital where Sue brings Toya to her father, Duke Alfred Ortland. The Duke thanks Toya for protecting his daughter, but reveals that Duchess Ellen Ortland, Sue's mother and Duke's wife, was blinded from an illness and requests a healing spell powerful enough to cure the Duchess's blindness. Toya agrees to cast a null healing spell on the Duchess, curing her blindness. The Duke gives Toya 40 platinum coins, worth around 40 million yen, as gratitude for saving his family, as well as 4 royal medals, which represent Toya, Yae, and the Silueskas, now under the Duke's protection. After delivering the letter, Yae agrees to join the party. Toya discovers demi-human races at the royal capital, such as elves and beastmen, and helps a lost fox girl named Arma find her older sister, Olga. As Toya and the girls go shopping, Toya buys a magician's coat that protects magicians against magic they can use, but makes them weaker against magic they can't use. Later on, Toya casts a null crafting spell turning a tree trunk into a shogi board at the behest of a woodcutter, which Toya brings to the Duke and teaches him how to play. The next day, Toya and the girls accept a quest to destroy a Dullahan near the ruins of the old capital city. After the Dullahan was defeated, Toya uses a null locating spell and finds an item of magical value hidden in a secret dungeon. The item later turns out to be the energy source for an artificial glass beast that can repair any damage done to it, but the group managed to defeat the beast after Toya extracts the energy source. The group return to the royal capital where they tell the Duke what really happened, as the Duke suspects that the beast may have been the reason why the old capital was abandoned and asks Toya to help him in an investigation the next day. Later on, Toya was contacted by the Duke, who reveals that his brother, the king of the royal capital, has been poisoned. En route to the royal capital, the Duke becomes concerned and tells Toya that the king's eldest daughter, Princess Yumina Arena Belfast, may succeed his throne if he dies. Toya and the Duke arrive at the capital where Toya casts a null healing spell, curing the king's poison. Yumina quickly begins to fall for Toya. Balsa, a count working for the capital, claims that the poisoner is the capital's ambassador, who turns out to be Olga, and has been accused of sending poisoned wine to the king. After using a search spell to verify that no poison was detected in the wine, Toya decides to reenact the banquet at which the king was poisoned, and after asking Balsa to drink from the king's glass, determines that Balsa poisoned the wine in just the king's glass, and framed Olga by claiming that she had sent the king a poisoned bottle of wine. With Olga acquitted and Balsa arrested, the king agrees to let Yumina embark on a 2-year engagement with Toya, hoping it would give Yumina time to win his heart and Toya time to decide to marry Yumina. After the royal visit, Yumina joins the party and teaches Toya how to use summoning magic, during which Toya summons a powerful tiger spirit called White Monarch, whom he forges a pact with and renames her as Kohaku. Toya accepts a quest to go to an abandoned castle to investigate a deceased magician's research on slime beasts, but the girls are reluctant to aid Toya due to their concern that slimes dissolve clothing. At the castle, the group encounter numerous slimes, and discover that the magician had created a slime capable of transforming into models of beautiful girls. After Toya saves the girls from being caught by the slimes, the girls decide to burn the castle down, destroying the magician's research. Later on, Toya helps Yae bring a lost girl to her mother by activating a null search spell on Toya's phone. In turn, Yae requests Toya to locate her older brother, who is safe at a dojo, much to Yae's joy. Meanwhile, Toya helps Lindsay learn a new water bomb spell. He then goes shopping with Elsie, and buys a dress she admires. As the girls request Toya to say the same thing to them, Yumina receives a letter from the royal capital offering Toya's knighthood as thanks for finding the culprit behind the king's poisoning. After Toya declines the knighthood offer, the king decides to let Toya and Yumina take ownership of a large mansion instead. To Elsie, Lindsay, and Yae's surprise, Toya wants them to live there as well. He explains he sees them like family, accidentally implying he wants to marry them as well. Yumina also mistakes his words, managing to get the girls to calm down and accept the offer. Later on, Sue and the Duke arrive at the mansion, where the Duke requests Toya to make a trip to the Kingdom of Mistmead, following their alliance. Toya takes note of a knight named Sir Leon having a crush on Olga, and later helps him choose a gift Olga likes at Arma's behest. Later that night, a nearby town was attacked by a black dragon, whom Toya and the girls later defeated. A red dragon appears and apologizes to the group for not getting there in time to stop the black dragon. Kohaku tells the dragon to let Azure Monarch, presumably the Dragon King, maintain better control of the dragons. The next day, Toya falls asleep and later finds himself in Yumina's lap. Yumina challenges and beats the girls in a game of rock, paper, scissors over the chance to have Toya sleep on them. Toya's party arrives at Mistmead's capital and attends an audience with the king. During the audience, the king asks Toya to duel with him. During the duel, the king reveals his own null magic, Excel, that gives him enhanced speed, which Toya learns to use, and by combining both Excel and Boost, defeats him. That night, Toya has an encounter with a fairy named Lean, who is more than 600 years old, who then teaches Toya the program spell that infuses objects with predetermined magical properties. After Toya demonstrates his own program skill, Lean, who was impressed with Toya's skill, offers to teach him more magic, but he declines. The next day, Toya, accompanied by Lindsay and Yumina, buys some materials to create a pistol sword, using program to infuse it with auto reload and blade extending features. Both girls ask him to create firearms for them, which he does. On their way back, Toya realizes that he's being followed and briefly separates from Lindsay and Yumina to confront their stalkers, who are revealed to be spies sent by the king to watch and protect Yumina. They're also the ones who secretly helped them against the dragon. At their request, Toya promises to keep it a secret from the others, while Lean decides that she's not giving up on Toya so easily. Later at night, Toya opens up a portal to Belfast, allowing both kings to have their meeting with each other. After returning from Mistmead, Toya uses his powers to create a bicycle for himself, but when the girls and Duke Alfred show interest in it, he ends up making enough for all of them to ride. Sometime later, Toya goes to the city to buy some supplies when he finds a little girl being beaten for stealing. After driving away the attackers, Toya invites the girl to work as a maid in his mansion, and she accepts, promising that she will not steal again. Later on, Lean appears at the mansion and asks for Toya's help, as she needs him to open a gate to Yae's homeland, Aishan, for her to travel there. However, Toya cannot open gates to places he has not seen yet, and Lean teaches him another null spell that allows him to access Yae's memories of Aishan, allowing him to open a gate there. Yae travels along with Toya and the others back to her homeland. Using Recall and Gate to go to Aishan, Toya and the gang arrive and go to Yae's house, where they are told that her father and brother are fighting in a war. Using Toya's abilities, they quickly find both, and Toya helps by defeating the undead Oni-masked soldiers. After being thanked by Tokugawa, Tsubaki comes out from the shadows and asks for help to save the Tokadas, as Kansuke had betrayed Shingen. Toya agrees with Lean following. After arriving, they free 3 other generals and save Shingen, who was under the control of Kunsuke's eye, which was stolen with apports and broken. This leads to Kunsuke dying. After helping the Takeda family, Baba helps Toya by using Recall and Gate to let Toya go to an island near the ancient ruins that Lean was looking for. After using Gate to travel to an island near the ancient ruins, Toya invites his friends for a day of swimming at the beach. During this, Toya tries to go diving towards the ancient ruins, but it is too far without him drowning in the process. Kohaku then helps Toya summon a Black Emperor, who is composed of a snake and a turtle. They become bonded to Toya, who names them Sango, turtle, and Kokuyo, snake. They help Toya reach the ancient ruins, where they are soon met by a maid in the Garden of Babylon. After meeting Francesca, the artificial maid in the Garden of Babylon, Toya is named the new owner of the garden. Later, he uses the gate to bring the others, and upon seeing Francesca, the girls become suspicious of Toya and jealous. Yumina then takes the girls on a walk and discusses the same topic she broached the first day the gang moved into Toya's mansion, that the girls love Toya as much as she does and for them to become his brides as well, to which they all nervously agree. Later, Francesca kisses Toya, simply as a means of sampling his DNA through his saliva, shocking the girls. However, Francesca's actions cause Lindsay to muster the courage to confess her true feelings for Toya, telling him that she loves him, and then Lindsay proceeds to kiss Toya in front of everyone as well, shocking the girls even more. Toya and gang arrive back at the mansion with Francesca. Afterwards, Yumina helps Lindsay become one of Toya's brides. The next morning comes with Yae and Elsie also becoming Toya's brides. With this, Toya goes to the garden where he talks to Regina Babylon, the professor who made Babylon. After this, Toya seeks help with his love interests with Kami and the goddess of love. Toya then returns to the mansion and tells his brides that he is not ready to marry all of them, as he doesn't think he's capable of making them all happy yet, which the girls come to understand. Lean talks with Francesca, who informs her that Dr. Babylon foresaw Toya having 9 wives, though omits Lean herself will be one in a post-credit scene. Toya is shown walking through town before running into a stranger named End. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this, so I'll see you at the next one.